What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. Okay, so in today's video I'll be showing you guys a new booming crash strategy that you can use on a daily basis and make a lot of money. Okay, now this strategy is basically a strategy that you can use every day. Now this strategy is for spikes and for scalping, right? So what I want you to do for me is make sure to watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you might not understand the strategy. Okay, because I don't want you guys to come back to me and say you have blown your account or this happened and that happened. The reason why I'm taking so long to drop videos is because I want to make sure the strategy that I'm dropping is actually working and it can help you on the journey, right? So the first thing you're going to do is, when you use a strategy, you are going to click on the F plus button over here, right? And once you click on the F plus button, you're going to click on your moving average, okay? And when you get to the moving average, you're going to make sure that your parameters are like this. The period should be 5, surf 0, method smoothed, apply to close, styles 4 pixel, purple, right? So as you guys can see, we have our first moving average on the chart, and over here you guys can see that I'm on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so once you're on the 1 hour time frame, the next thing you're going to do is you are going to add another moving average. Now make sure that your moving average is like this. Parameters period should be 100. Okay, method exponential, apply to close, styles 4 pixel, purple. Okay, sorry, let me just change that color. Let's make it red. So what you guys can basically see is every time when the 5 moving average crosses above the 100 moving average, price decides to go in an uptrend, like for example over here, and then it went in a downtrend. Okay, just over here, and then went in an uptrend again. Every time when there's a crossover, price reverse in a other way. But the thing is this, as you guys can see over here, the market is consolidating. So as soon as you see the market consolidates, you stay out of the market, right? When you trade this pair, okay, you only want to look for uptrend or downtrend, because you're going to use a strategy. It's a scalping strategy and a spike strategy. So what we can see over here is price had decided to come down over here, and we can actually see that the 5 moving average decides to crosses over the 100 moving average in a downtrend. Okay, so what we can see over here is the market decided to go in a downtrend. So what you're going to do is, after you see the market goes in a downtrend, okay, or the crossover, you need to make sure that you're going to take out the trend line, you draw a trend line like this to look for a pattern or a trend. Okay, so exactly drawing a trend like this. If you guys know how to draw trend lines, this will be very easy for you. Okay, you look for 2 touches. And what we can see over here is the market decides to go in a downtrend. Okay, because we can see there's a breakout. The market decides to break below that trend line. So the market is going in a downtrend. And what you can do also is you're going to look for patterns as well. For example, over here we can see as well is that there's a triangle pattern. Right, to the people who trade with patterns, you can use patterns as well. And the people who trade with trend lines, you can use your trend lines. And do not forget to use the moving average as well. So what we can see is over here was a pattern, okay, a triangle pattern, and then the market decided to reverse. Then it broke below this, and where this crossover. So as soon as we see that the market decided to break below the trend line or the triangle, we wait for the crossover patiently, and then we scale down to the 1 minute time frame. So once you're on the 1 minute time frame, okay, I'm just gonna go where the vertical line is. So over here we can see this is where the vertical line is, and the market is going in a downtrend. Remember, I showed you guys on the 1 hour time frame, the market is still going in a downtrend. So what you're going to do now is you're going to click on this F plus button, and then you're going to add your RSI to your chart. Now make sure that your parameters like this. The period should be 1, apply to close, styles 2 pixel, blue, levels 19, 10. Click on done. Right, so once you're done with that, you're going to add your Bollinger Bands to your indicator window 1. So what you want to do is you want to click on F plus button at indicator window 1, right? Do not click on main chart. Okay, so once you're done clicking on the F plus button, you're going to add your Bollinger Bands. Now make sure that your parameters like this. Period should be 1, deviation 2.000, sub 0, apply to close, styles 2 pixel, green. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the F plus button again. Click on moving average. Make sure that your parameters are like this. Period 5, method exponential. Smoothed. Apply to previous indicators. Data. Okay, and make this blue. right? So this is how it's supposed to look like. Parameter should be period 5, sub-zero method smooth. Apply to previous indicators data style 4 pixel blue. Okay, so this is how it looks, right? So as you guys can see, we have our indicators on the chart. So we know for certain this is where the market decided to go in a downtrend. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for where the Bollinger Bands is at. So over here we can see the Bollinger Bands and the moving average is at the 90 level. So what you want to do is you want to drag the screen to the left and right to check if the moving average and the Bollinger Bands doesn't move. And once you see it doesn't move, you take a sell because a spike will occur, right? Like this, for example. Check this out over here. A spike occurred because the Bollinger Bands in the moving average wasn't moving, right? So you need to be patient. You can even rotate your screen, okay? So once you rotate your screen, it will work better because you can see the chart on a bigger picture, right? Spike happened, right? And over here, what we can see is a spike happened again, right? So you want to make sure that the market is first moving in the downtrend before catching spikes. But the next thing you're going to do is if you want to get scalping opportunities, okay, you're going to go to the 1 hour time frame again, look for a crossover, and over here what we can see is there's a crossover. And if I draw my trend line like this, I can actually see that there's a crossover, right? So over here, check this out, guys. The 5 moving average decides to break above the 100 moving average. So what does this mean for us when we trade Crash 1000? It means that every time when this happens on Crash 1000, we are going to look for buys, okay, because we can see that there's a crossover. So I'm just going to go to the 1 minute time frame and go to the vertical line and show you guys what I'm talking about. So over here what we can see is where the vertical line is. Okay, on Crash 1000 on the 1 hour time frame, we saw that the moving average just crossed over each other. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we are going to look at the 10 level of this pair, right? So we zoom in the chart, zoom out the chart completely, check if the moving average in the Bollinger Band doesn't move. So over here we can see that this one actually moves a bit, but this one over here doesn't move. So once we see it doesn't move, like for example over here, okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to zoom in a little bit, okay, and then once you zoom in, we look for crossover. So over here we can see as crossover, we take 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 to 10 candles, 1 to 10 candles. We just keep on doing this, right? Check this out. Okay, so there's no more entries because the market is just playing around at the moment. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Boom 1000 and show you guys how to use it on Boom 1000. Okay, so on Boom 1000, the first thing you're going to do is when you use a strategy, you're going to go to the 1 hour time frame, check in which direction the market is going. So over here, what we can see is Boom 1000 has been moving in a downtrend for the past few weeks. Okay, so we are only looking for selling opportunities. And if you want extra confirmation to show you that the market has been moving in a uptrend, in a downtrend, you just take out a trend line, draw a trend line like this. Time it is, it's time for you to look for selling opportunities, right? So over here we can see that the market is moving in the downtrend, and when we go to the 1 minute time frame, what we can do is we're going to look at the indicators below. We'll look for the Bollinger Bands and the moving average below. We check if the screen or if the Bollinger Bands and the moving average doesn't move, we zoom in, we look for the crossover. Check this out. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 candles. We're out of the market. Easy, guys. That's easy money. You wait until the moving average in the Bollinger Bands at the 10 level. Zoom in. Check this out. Crossover. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10 candles. We're out of the market. So you keep on doing this over and over again because the market is moving in a downtrend. You can even hold these trades because you already saw on the 1 hour time frame that the market is moving in a downtrend. Always make sure to take 2 to 10 candles, right? Because that's very important. Over here what we can see is it happened again. But before we zoom in, we need to zoom out completely to drag the screen to the left and right before we look for entries. Over here what we can see is crossover, 2 to 10 candles, out. Then we'll wait again. Over here what we can see is the Bollinger Bands decided to touch this level over here, but the Before you zoom in, you zoom out, you drag the screen to the left and right. Crossover again. Over here's the crossover. Take 2 to get 10 candles out of the market. Then you wait again. Okay. So there's no more entries. And then we go to crash. Boom, 500 before we're going to crash 500 like this. Okay. As you guys can see, it's consolidating. So there's no way you are going to take an entry over here because the market is consolidating. But over here, what we can is be moving in a downtrend. Okay, so we know for certain that the market is still moving in a downtrend. So what we're going to do, we are not going to take entries. Why are we not taking entries? Is because at the moment the market is consolidating. It doesn't matter if the market has been moving in a downtrend. What matters is what is price doing at the exact moment, right? We can see that price is consolidating, so you're not going to take an entry. Every time you see a consolidation, you stay out of the market. That's very important. I tell you again, that's very important, because consolidation means basically that the market is just playing up and down, up and down, up and down. And I don't want you guys to get caught, for example, when the market's consolidating and all of a sudden the market decides to move in an uptrend or downtrend and you are caught. Okay, so I don't want it to happen.